right, episode 2. Let's go. I don't really have an introduction, but that will have to do. All right, so let's talk about the Cardiff player. What do you know about this? Well,
So basically, Cardiff signed a new striker, their biggest signing ever, and he went missing on a plane last night on his way from, I think he was from France, whatever team he was playing in France, to Cardiff, which I guess is in Wales, right?
yeah. And if anyone has no idea what the fuck we're talking about, this is in the Premier League where they play soccer or football, depending on where you're from. And they signed a guy whose name is called Emiliano Sala. And he went missing from France to England on a plane. Now, isn't that spooky?
So they just like not know where the plane went? Like it just disappeared
Yeah,
out
they
of thin air?
It disappeared over the English Channel, which isn't even like 50 miles.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, do they have any theories about what happened? Or are they just kind of sitting at 0.0, not knowing anything?
So at the last update I saw, which was like 4 hours ago, they had covered 1,000 square miles, and they had been calling all of the like small airports along the coast of France and England to see if the plane had to be directed. But
You
nothing
think
yet.
you'd know with like air traffic control and stuff. You think they'd be like, okay, it's
Yeah.
gone here. Like, how do you lose a plane? Like, I understand it. It's in like the Philippines and stuff, but how do you lose a plane from France to England? You know, that's insane.
It was a two-person plane. He was one of two people on the plane, so there was only a pilot.
That makes sense a little bit more, but still.
And it was
So-
raining, and apparently there was very poor visibility last night in England.
Sounds like he didn't want to go to this new team that he got transferred to. He's trying to find a way out.
Yeah. He just took
right
that
after
huge
takeoff, just like, I'll
transfer
turn this shit around.
Yeah, I'm going back to France. Don't like this.
He probably nosedived in the water. He was so depressed. He's like, the money's not worth it. I'm out.
About to get relegated.
Yeah, Wales is a pretty bad place too. I'd do the same. Just bring that thing down.
Oh, so what was this? Last night you said? This happened last night?
Yeah, last night.
Dang. I wonder if, I mean, that's interesting. I'll
What
be
was this?
curious to see where they'll find him.
1 hour ago, Cardiff City fans started laying flowers for some reason on somebody else's statue. Not even.
They must
It's-
think he's dead then.
But it says still no official word.
I would say he's probably something happened. Like
Yeah,
he's probably not gonna
because
be playing any more
if
soccer.
he landed anywhere, he'd just like text him like, "Hey, I'm alright now." Like he's not just gonna keep flying. Like if it's a pilot, like you're not just gonna keep driving like all the way up past Scotland and like just completely go. You're gonna just land somewhere, aren't you? Even if the visibility's bad. So I don't know.
I don't know if the plane got took over. You know, maybe somebody snuck on and then.
A terrorist on a 2-person plane. Just be the pilot. And what's the point of bringing him on?
Listen, I'm not Al Qaeda. I'm not the mastermind behind these harebrained schemes. Like I'm
Dude,
just saying what might have happened. Like
That's some next level shit. That's some
Yeah.
next level terrorism right there.
Yeah,
Hey,
that'd be pretty.
I mean, that's a
impressive.
big name. You know, you never know. They might show up one day later this week with one of them internet videos where they. Bye bye Sala.
It's not fucking Tony Stark. He's not gonna escape the cave in an iron suit.
Hey, you underestimate Sala, and he will make you regret that, boy.
Henry, we should probably start telling the viewers that at the beginning of every podcast we'll bring up something that like happened in the last day or so. That's interesting.
Yeah,
And you can
sounds
cut me
good.
out.
And also we'll talk
I can.
random stuff, which you leave in the comments. Like a request for an anime
Speaking
podcast,
of,
which we are all huge anime fans, especially Spencer. What's your favorite anime?
you know, I don't know any, to be honest. I mean, okay, no, let's be for real. I know of them, like I know of this One Punch Man, like I think Dragon Ball Z is one. I don't know, does Yu-Gi-Oh count? Like I know of all these things, but I don't like watch them. You know, like
Yeah.
I think Naruto was like the most popular.
Yeah, but
Like
is that an
the
anime or is it like a cartoon?
Naruto's
What's it?
anime for sure.
well,
I know
see, like
people
they've made
watch that
cartoons
shit.
out of anime, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
is Pokemon considered anime? I don't really know.
I have no
Probably
clue.
not.
But
Oh,
Naruto is 100% anime.
I mean, I know One Punch Man is because I know a bunch of people at work talk about that. And there's like this. There's a bunch of
Explain something about
videos. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube, and it's like Superman versus One Punch Man. Like who
I,
would
fu-
win?
I fucking love anime. They create a character who can kill people with one punch. I'm like, oh shit, what do we call him? One Punch Man.
yeah,
Yeah,
gotta keep it.
and like I
Also,
mean,
I
I
like how you work with people who are like 20 years old who are still talking about anime. No offense to anime, because literally our only listener is loves anime. So
hold
we're
on
just
now.
gonna
You're
roast him.
you're
No.
you're assuming that these fans that I work with of anime are 20. Nah, dude. There's some 40 and 60-year-old anime fans that I talk to. I mean, they'll come in there every day, you know. I mean, like that's how I found out about the
You'd be
YouTube video with One Punch Man and Superman. Somebody came in to work one day talking about like because they knew I'm a big Superman fan. Hey man, there's this video going around like they think One Punch Man would destroy Superman, and I'm like, heck no, there's no way. But see, I don't know enough about this One Punch Man to really say, you know, like.
I watched the first episode of One Punch Man. It
So like,
was
what is his deal? What is like
he
how what?
literally punches things once and they just explode. Like he can punch the earth in half or something like that with one
Seems pretty
punch.
boring, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why
It's
they think he could take on Superman because he can. The dude can basically punch through anything with one punch. That's like his superpower.
well, um,
It's the worst
uh,
fucking thought out show of all time, honestly.
That's why I
well,
don't like
no,
any animes or superheroes like that, because all it is just, oh, well, my guy can just kill anyone if he thinks about it. Oh, he's the best superhero ever. He just stops crime and you can think about it. Like, you could just think of a better superhero, you know?
I don't know though.
Yeah,
There's like
that's a good point.
supposedly this One Punch Man is pretty like pretty. There's depth to it supposedly. I mean, like I said, I've never really watched it or know nothing
Yeah, I mean,
about it,
I
but
only watched the first episode.
Yeah.
um. But I mean, like, there's other ones, you know. We're kind of honing in on that one. I mean, like Dragon Ball
Little one.
Z. I mean, does that count? Like that's stuff
I've
that we
I've
grew
watched
up
some
on.
Naruto. Like I
What
know a lot
about
of people who watch Naruto. That's like the most popular one.
and like is Avatar? Does that count? The
Oh,
Airbender one?
fucking loved Avatar.
I mean, I don't know if that's it. See, like, we're not anime experts, Jamal. I mean, we're trying here. We're trying to help, you know, throw you some tidbits, but I mean, we're noobs when it comes to anime. So,
I used to watch Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day, but like, it was like one episode every couple of months. I wasn't like a huge fan.
I had some Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day.
Yeah,
the
me
Blue
too.
Eyes White
Fucking
Dragon
yeah,
or
Blue Eyes
something.
White Dragon. That shit.
And when I was
Oh
moving
man,
one time, I had this huge stacks of like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I was
Yeah,
just like,
same.
these aren't that valuable, and I just gave them away for free to like some random person on the internet who came and collected them. I was like, I probably should have looked into how much they were worth because I had like a bucket full. Hardcore fan.
Yeah, dude. Think I have the exact same thing, but I think I never sold mine.
Yeah,
you
you
better
should.
find them. They're probably worth some money. Y'all ever heard of like Magic the Gathering stuff?
Oh yeah, people love that shit. There's
Yeah,
like
there's a guy that I used to work with. He said that one of those cards, you
yeah,
know, I don't know which one it was. You know, he told me which one it was, but could be worth like $10,000. Like,
dude. I know which card it
Also,
is. I think.
there's always been something like that though. Like remember the baseball cards. Obviously, our generation doesn't really collect baseball cards, but that's what the
see,
old people
I
used to do.
collect football cards still. I mean, I've collected
Yeah,
them from
Yeah,
like
yeah.
2005 to like now.
This is Spencer.
Yeah,
It's called like the Black Lotus,
that sounds right, actually.
and it's like a hella expensive. It's like $3,000.
does it
No,
have?
that
See,
can't be right.
That's
I
I
feel
so
mean,
like,
like,
stupid. Just it's a card. Just print that stuff off.
but
Just
no, I think
copy and
recently
paste.
somebody sold that card for like over $1 million. Like they're a mint condition original. I'm pretty sure the Black Lotus card.
I'm telling you, those things they got some value, you know. I mean, we used
Oh,
to make
they
fun of them
no
things, but now that's like the
fucking
moneymaker.
average is $250,000 at an auction.
What?
Jeez, I got
Wild
For a
for
piece of
Scott.
paper?
I got into the wrong wrong
know.
stuff growing up.
I know.
But
Jeez.
it's stupid. I wonder what the next thing will be because remember those? There's always like something every couple of years which comes out and everyone has to collect. It was fidget spinners recently. Before that, remember those elastic bands everyone used to wear on there?
The silly bands.
Yeah, they were
Oh
like
yeah.
that was like
Okay.
5 years ago.
So we
Oh,
need to create the next whatever.
yeah, it's just
Well,
you're just gonna find the most stupid thing and hope that everyone in the world buys it because they're always like terrible.
well,
Even
have you
like
seen these pops they've got now? Them big head little mini figurine things in a box.
oh yeah,
What?
that's a pretty good one.
That
It's
they're
just
like, I don't know. They're pretty cool. I mean, I've got some. It's just, I don't know, kind of a collector's thing. I
yeah.
don't know. I mean, it's not really gonna really amount to nothing, I don't think. But
They sell for a lot too. Some of the like the rarer ones. It's just literally just an action figure of a. It'll be like Rick and Morty or a
Oh
Pokemon
yeah,
character,
yeah.
anything.
oh, they've got it for anything you can think of. Football players. I mean, they've probably got some soccer ones, basketball, hockey. I mean, anything.
They just kind of made bobbleheads, but just made them a little bit more expensive and put them in a box.
Yeah,
Seems
it's
like a
pretty
great
cool though.
idea.
It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I've got some, and I mean, they make them for everything: TV shows, sports, video games. I mean, anything you can think of.
I don't think is Pokemon considered anime?
I don't think so, but I mean,
'Cause-
like I said, I don't know. I mean,
are we just saying that because
because it's like
we're
from
racist and think
Japan,
everything
right?
from Japan is anime?
But I don't know what the difference is. What's the difference between anime and cartoons? Because they're pretty much just. Is it just Western versus Eastern?
I have no clue.
um, I mean, like when you watch like Dragon Ball Z and Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff,
Yeah, is it that type of animation that's
like you
considered
know, like
anime?
it's different. Like
They have
it's
big
it's got
eyes
a
and stuff.
it's
But
got
is
a
that
different.
just because it's
Big
East?
old boobies, like big old tits.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Not
There's
gonna
a
lie.
there's a video on YouTube of this guy, and he says, "I got this new anime plot. It's just this girl in high school with huge boobs."
That's from the few glimpses of anime that I've seen. That is pretty much all of them. It's just she's in high school. Yep, and then she has like a superpower, and that's it.
Well, like when you watch Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff, and like Dragon Ball Z, like they've got the big spiky hair, you know. And, I mean, it's just a different style artistically, you know. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, all three of us know nothing about what we're talking about, and seeing as between us we've seen one episode, that's an average of 0.33 of an episode each. It's, it's not great. We don't really have much of an insight into the world of anime. I don't
I
think
don't
I've
know.
ever.
I mean, I've seen that YouTube video with One Punch Man versus Superman. So, I mean, what does that count as? That's probably a 20-minute
Yeah,
video.
that's a fact section.
I've seen a little bit here and there.
Do you ever watch any like cartoons or anything, like any TV shows in a different country, different language? Because I watched Narcos recently on Netflix, and just because it's in Spanish, you have to pay attention to the subtitles, and it makes it so much better. Because every time I try and watch a TV show, I'm on my phone in like 0.5 seconds. I have no attention span.
Yeah, I watch things on Netflix that are in German sometimes.
Like, what draws y'all to that though? Like Narcos, I've heard is super good. So, like, I get that, but like,
Yeah, it's a good TV show. Because you don't pay attention. I watched something in Russian too. It was about one of my favorite movies, Borat, about how like
Love
the little
Borat.
village which they filmed it in, how they were suing it, and it was all in Kazakh or whatever they speak there, I guess.
Kazakhstan or whatever.
Oh no, it's actually no, it's Romanian. The
I
village
speak
it was actually
Romanian.
no, I don't speak Romanian, but
No, I said they do.
the village that they filmed it in was in Romania. So they like went there and met swings of people, and because you pay attention to the subtitles, you get so much more out of it. Because I half pay attention to stuff when I'm watching TV
I don't
shows.
see the subtitles though. Like I watched The Rain on Netflix recently, and the
Yeah.
subtitles because I can say it's in Danish, but I know a good bit of German. Like I'm fairly fluent, so I could understand some of it. But when they translated it to English, it wasn't what like they were saying at all. It wasn't perfect.
Not at all.
Like
They're just so
it gave you the
confusing.
general idea of what they were saying, but some of the words didn't match up with the English words. Subtitles aren't always great.
That's probably because they don't really count on a lot of people knowing the language.
What?
You know?
What is going on, Spencer?
Oh, I'm surprised you could hear that. I was.
Oh yeah, that was super fucking loud. That was ear rape.
I was making my pre-workout. I'm trying to get like One Punch Man over here. You know.
he's just masturbating throughout the show. One Punch Man.
Listen, that dude, if he's beating it, it's probably falling off. I mean, he's probably ripped it out. I mean, as strong as he's supposed to be.
Exactly. He's one pull man too. Just one pull. He's out of there. He doesn't mess around. Doesn't even have to find a video. He's out of there. He's
The one pump wonder.
done. Yeah.
I mean, One Punch Man. I mean, he's probably splitting girls in half. This is the stuff that they need to think through on these animes.
They just run out of any plot lines. He's defeated all his enemies. Just do stuff like that. It's season 15. We don't give a fuck anymore.
Season 15's tagline
Yeah.
is when the punch doesn't work, the thrust must. One thrust man.
Just completely giving up on plot. All right. Shall we wrap it up now? And next episode, we'll talk about conspiracy theories. As soon as we start talking about the plane getting lost today, let's do an episode on conspiracy theories next.
Yeah.
All right, we can do
All
that.
right.
Hopefully,
Right.
we can make that work pretty good.
Yeah, and if you have any more like random questions or anything to add, just let us know, and we'll talk about it next time. All right.
All
Hasta
right.
luego.
Peace out, everybody.